Howdy.
That'll work. Howdy can work. What are you doing today?
Oh, I don't know. Same thing we usually do, right?
Yeah, I was just asking you in particular.
Hey, is there like something special that happened?
I guess like the new year turned over. A bunch of wars may have been started. All kinds of stuff.
One hell of a start. I'm really
It's
missing.
kind of a start.
I'm missing 2019 now. Jesus.
Do you? I don't know.
Yeah, wasn't
I don't
that
know,
bad of
man.
a year. Well, it was a bad year for a lot of people.
Well, yeah, but I think about it and I'm just, yeah. 22 begins, or 2020 begins, and we're already doing we're about to go into a war with somebody thing, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should. Maybe we should get into a giant conflict and wipe that hellhole off the face of the earth. Maybe we should. Maybe it'd be fun. I don't know. So it comes down to the whole human life thing, right?
It's really weird. I don't know, because I'm against it. I am, and I understand where they're coming from. But when you go on Twitter, New Year's Eve, and you're wondering what's going on in the world, and then you look at the trends and you see Death to America.
Well, Happy New Year.
Well,
That's like walking into the UFC locker room and saying some crazy shit. Like, hey, that dude over there is a bitch, and thinking you're not gonna get got. I don't know. I don't know what the game plan is really with starting the massive beef with America. I don't think that America is, completely without any kind of wrongdoing in that. That's not what I think. What I do think is it is not wise to go fucking around with America. It's not a wise thing to do.
the other thing trending was it's okay to be white. Is it okay to be American?
Probably not. And here's the thing: I can get why other countries would think it is not okay to be American. I can get it. America pisses a lot of people off on a pretty regular basis. We got the biggest gun.
No, look, I get it. Like I complained about we bombed people that were picking some kind of nuts. I can't remember what, but yeah, it's
No, I'm sure we do all kinds of fucked up shit.
I've
The
been against
question
it
is,
for a
He's
long
talking
time.
about when we airstriked the civilian facility.
yeah, I'm sure we do that plenty. But it's again, all right. Looking at it grand scale, is it going to be worth what America brings down upon you to make that call? That's what I wonder.
We've been fighting to bring the troops home lately, and we're definitely not going to now.
No. Well, I don't know. They bring a group of troops home.
Yeah, they started to, but other countries. But I mean, obviously they tried to bring them completely home, and they protested it, and the Democrats blocked it because they're the anti-war party. Something confusing.
It's the anti the other team party. Both
Yeah.
sides are the anti the other side party. That's it.
But I mean, now, yeah, I guess we're back at war, square one. Battle in the Middle East, 2020.
Battle in the Middle East forever. Forever. I don't think they ever want to leave that fucking place. You would have been able to talk. You wouldn't have been able to talk a lot of people into this a year, maybe two ago.
Yeah.
But now, I think some people might be pretty gung ho for it.
I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm gung ho for it, but I mean, like I said, what can you really do to argue it at that point? Like this is, if this is their mentality, then fuck. I get where they're, coming from. America, we're assholes, but I don't think this is how you fix the problem.
How would you think to fix the problem? You're about as bleeding heart of a person as I know. As far as diplomacy goes, you're going to be the one who probably comes up with the nicest, nice way to deal with it. What would you do?
If I wanted to make peace with America, God, have lots of oil. I mean, they have that, right? Start. I guess you have to be friendly with Israel. And capitalism.
Capitalism? You think capitalism fixes it?
Yeah. Oh, we like our cash. So if we, I don't know.
Just pay us off so we'll have to do this again in a few months.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think it's worth it, man.
It's an election year.
It is.
We are always at war in election years.
Aren't we, though? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think there's a nice way out of it this time. I think if we're going to bother doing all this, a head or two will roll.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if you're gonna do it though, like I don't know, I guess do it. Fuck.
Yeah. I think it's going to happen. It's kind of what I was thinking about the whole time I was doing this whole thing. Like, all right, should I do a show on the first day of 2020? What is there to talk about? Well, we could be going to war again. Okay. Well, I'll talk about that for a second.
I just don't know where you end up with that. Like that. Yeah, I talked to somebody about that, and they were saying like, I was comparing it to like, Rome or to like, the Nazis trying to take over shit. Like, if we're gonna stop the Middle East from being the Middle East, somebody has to eventually like take over it. They have to take over the government there. They have to have the influence there. That's the only way. And then I don't know what separates us from those giant regimes that came in and like, killed a bunch of people and tried to conquer a land. I don't know how you, control it without controlling it.
Well, how vehemently against it would you be if it was just like we said, fuck it, and we went scorched earth on it? What if another nuke ends up getting dropped? That is all the way at the end of the worst case scenario thing. Okay, so what would you say if that's the case?
I think that has to be like a really extreme thing. Like we didn't even drop nukes after 9/11. Just September 11th. If we were gonna drop nukes, that would have been the time, but we didn't. So I don't know. I don't know.
You could think,
but yeah, I guess it'd be.
No, let's just go into greater good of the planet and mankind. This place is a hellhole. Just say fuck it. Go with the consensus that everybody else on the fucking planet is just as over this shit as we are.
I don't know how you find that. I don't know how you find like solution like that without being genocidal and without like.
I didn't say without being genocidal. And again, don't look at this as advocating for a genocide. It's nothing like that. I'm just saying, what if we just said fuck it and decided that instead of dealing with this again every 15 fucking minutes, with the U.S., Russia, but we're just like, look, fuck that place. To hell with that place. Let's get rid of that place. Would that be an understandable solution at the point that we've got there?
I don't know. I don't know that there's an easy answer to it though either, that you can not do that and find an answer. But like I said, at the same time, how does that separate from like what Hitler's plan was? I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. I want to control all this shit. Go in there and kill everyone, and it's ours.
Go in there and kill everyone, and it'll be ours. That's the goal.
Well, that was his goal. I mean, is that what America should do? God, that's, you know what I mean. And it's not going to be looked at that way, but how is it different? That's just, instead of the Jews, it would be Muslims.
Yeah.
Although, let's be real. Like, I don't really, when it comes to like Islam and stuff, there are some violent elements to it that I don't like, and I hope that one day you can de-radicalize mindsets like that and get them to be a little bit more down to earth. And some of the crazy shit that's in the Quran is in the Bible too, but you don't see Christians and Catholics acting like that anymore. They did at one time. How do you get that though to change? And it's not something that you can just say like, yeah, do this. Stop being fucking crazy.
How much do you think being done with religion would help this shit out?
Oh God, it would be
magical.
It'd be a utopia if religion was just gone.
A lot of people really don't want to hear you say that. They do not like to hear you say that at all. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I know that too. And usually, I'm one who, no reason to bag on the religion thing, but right now, I'm kind of in the boat of, fuck. Do we need this religion shit?
I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand like the idea of like, I don't know Islam that well, so I'll be fair on that. Like, somebody knows it better than me. Feel free to educate me on that. But like most religions, they tend to come with like these are rules you need to live by, but they're placed there so you can become better people. And usually, I think most of them have rules where this is rules you should listen to, not that you should make other people listen to. They should come to that on their own.
Yeah, sometimes.
But it seems to come with a bunch of people that follow it to try to tell people how to live their lives. So how do you get that side of it out? How do you get that message where like this is something you should do, not that you should make people do? Because it's not a religion if you make people do it. It's just law. And then what is it? Does it have any meaning? Is it religious? Is it, you could follow these laws, then, what does that accomplish? Does it honor any religion?
I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. Because I'm kind of at my wit's end on the whole religion deal too. I'm not a religious guy, but when you start to see all these dumb fucking things that get started by religious shit, it starts to wear pretty thin on your fucking nerves. And you get to thinking, well, maybe if these people weren't trying to kill each other over their fucking fairy tales and shit, maybe the world could be a more decent place. Maybe. But I don't know. They would probably just find something else to make a big fucking deal about. Some stupid way to do stuff. I don't like him because of this. I don't like him because of it. There's always going to be people wanting to kill, the other people for being different, regardless of what way. There's going to be that line. they're gonna draw some line, and okay, if you're over this line, then I want to kill you. Be it fucking religion, be it fucking race, be it fucking musical taste, be it fucking what YouTuber you watch. Could you imagine if the human race got so fucking desperate to find a reason to want to kill each other that they got down to the YouTuber thing? It would be sad, but it wouldn't surprise me, because that's how people are. They always have to find some reason to justify some grand thing, some grand fucking war they have with something. That's what's annoying me about the whole thing. So I know that this is just an extension of shit that's been going on forever. Man, I'm fucking tired of it. And I'm sure there's people a lot more tired of it than I am. A lot of people don't. A lot of people aren't like me, and they pay a lot more attention to it than I do.
I mean, it's the first time in a long time I've heard people talk about, like, let's bring the troops home.
Yeah.
So I was hopeful going in last year, and then now I'm looking at the next 20 years like, what the fuck?
Oh, there's one thing that I can point to and say, though, and say it with a good bit of confidence. There's only one spot on the planet that has been in perpetual war and has not stopped being at war. Only one spot. You know that spot, don't you? One fucking place that just won't stop doing the war shit. 24/7, 365, since more or less the dawn of recorded time. They just don't stop. So what do you think? Would it be that bad of a fucking thing if that place was just fucking gone?
I don't know. It's hard to make that call just for, like, what
It is hard to make that
remember
call.
of it.
No, it is hard to make that call. It's fucking plenty. But that's the thing. I'm not asking you to make the call. So would the world be better off without that fucking place?
Yeah, it's possible. I think if you were going back 1,000 years, you'd say the same thing about Christianity. It's just how do you get them?
I'm not saying the same thing about Christianity. I don't have time for anybody's religion right now. If you want to kill anybody over your fairy tale, you can go fuck yourself.
I don't think we should, like, nuke the Vatican or anything like that.
I'm not gonna yell at you too hard if you do.
I think that that kind of movement, especially lately, has gotten more progressive and more understanding to the point where, living by the idea of, and I think that's what most religions are missing. Like, this is a personal religion. This is treat others with respect and try to be the best person you can be, not try to make other people.
Hold on. How can you treat things with respect when the core of your belief is to not treat them with respect? Like, you believe something, you can't treat it with respect. You can't do it because you are opposed to it on a spiritual and cosmic level. You don't think that's a little different?
Well, I know Christianity doesn't come with elements of that in its text. I guess some of the Old Testament stuff, maybe. But it does teach a lot of lessons of, like, people are not perfect. People are flawed. There isn't anybody that's in the Bible that's like a respected name that isn't flawed in some way. And they are, shot or condemned or thrown out of a cannon or anything. It's, they have to work that out with themselves. I guess, like, in a sense, like, every religion maybe is like that. At least any that I've looked at. I don't
Well,
know.
there's a whole lot of if they're not like us, kill them in religion. That's one of religion's bread and butter maneuvers. If they're not like us, well, you know what that means. That's just how that shit rolls. So I don't know I don't really know what to think on the whole grand scale religion deal. But I can tell you that there is a specific place that if it wasn't on the planet anymore, I don't know if it would make anyone sad. Other than them, really. I don't think that the rest of the world would be any worse off. Just say, fuck it. Just blow that place off the planet. But, all right, here's the flip side of it. I bet they would be really happy and blow everybody else off the face of the planet. That's a very quick way to be happy. Just to take all of those who oppose you and nuke them. Hey, that's a very easy way to be happy, don't you think?
Yeah, that's kinda. I mean,
It makes it way easier.
at least you would think. I think you come with the mindset of like you think this is my problem, destroy my problem solved. Usually other problems show up though, but
Mm-hmm. But you don't have to worry about those, do you? Because fuck, I mean, it's just a new problem. Worst case scenario, you can just blow that off the face of the earth too.
I
If
mean
blowing something off the face of the earth is on the table once, obviously it's going to be on the table more than once.
that's another reason we're a conflict with a lot of people too. Is just there's a reason we don't go to war with Russia. It's long documented. We don't want to end up nuking the entire planet.
Mm-hmm.
All these other countries, they want nukes so they can have that same protection.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want them to have it. So
That's a frustrating spot, isn't it?
yeah, because you don't really know. Like people are talking about that with North Korea. They want to test nukes. They want to get nukes, and they're working on it. And are they getting them because they're gonna go mad one day and just nuke a bunch of people, or are they just doing it to like say like, hey, now you guys can't bomb the shit out of us? I don't know.
Nukes for self-defense.
Well, I mean, that's what they've become. That's the Cold War. That's and again, it could have went hot, but it's mutually assured destruction.
It's a good time, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody, we all need nukes so that we can fucking point them at each other. That's what we need.
Yeah,
That'll make life a little easier.
I mean, that's the goal of so many countries right now.
So that's not the answer, is it?
No, because that's causing conflict in itself, but I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah.
Since the dawn of time, people have been asking for the answer. What's the answer? What brings peace? And there's never been anybody that brought peace. It's
being content will bring, that's the easiest way to bring peace is if everybody is content. But when the fuck is that going to happen? How are you going to make everybody content? That's not going to fucking happen. That's not something feasible. That's not normal. That's not what's going to happen. So,
should we try doing the kumbaya thing? Like, get together, hold hands, and sing.
Kumbaya.
Remember we did that "We Are the World" thing in the '80s.
Yeah, that worked really well, didn't it?
No, I guess not.
It's not an answer. More of this. This is how it is. It's how it has to be. Because I saw a bunch of people on the news having the same talk that we just had, but they wouldn't just try to say what they were talking about. They would avoid mentioning religion. They avoid mentioning all kinds of shit because that's the kind of conversation you have to have. That's just so tamed down and sanitized. It's useless. That's the conversation they had on TV, and it was useless. It's just the best way to put it. Just fucking useless. And so, oh well, what can we do to stop? And they know there's nothing that's going to do it short of just saying fuck it, winner take all. That's how that has to be. If there's going to be an end to it, a climax to the story, that's the end. I don't think anybody wants that. When that happens, that's that's go time. That's when shit goes down. That's when everybody has to fucking kind of got to get with it at that point. So we kind of have to accept this shit happening on more or less a every few years basis if we're going to keep like an embassy or any of that fucking shit over there.
Yeah, I watched some of the headlines and the thing. I watched some like documentaries talking about like us. So long. I don't know what year it was, but they were trying to build a reactor in Iraq, and we bombed it. If somebody bombed a reactor in America, what would be the retaliation?
We'd end them.
Yeah, exactly. It's a declaration of war, right? But we did it because we're trying to, like I said, keep people denuclearized because that's how the world's going to be safe. It's so hard to like draw that line of like which side of this argument are you on?
There should be a side that just wants it to go. A side that just wants it over.
Just rip the band-aid off?
Yeah. A side that wants to be done with this shit. I don't think there is that side. Weird that, huh?
Yeah.
Weird shit.
I mean, there is. It's just people that, you don't hear from.
So are you okay with doing this about once every 10 to 20 years? You think that's going to be more useful than just saying, fuck it?
No, definitely not. But I don't know how you, again, I don't know how you really change that. We've spent 20 years worth of bombs, guns, and human lives out there. Has it really changed anything? At the same time, like, can you tell a religion just to knock it the fuck off?
I don't know, can you?
Can you genocide a religion?
Well, all right, here's the thing. The American left for a long time in America told the people who had religion in America to knock it the fuck off. And they were doing a lot less than the people over there.
Yeah, I've always been opposed to the idea of not religion, so to say, but you know, again, I think that's how religion should be. Like it should be something if you want to follow these things, if you want to do these things, do them. I don't know why like
I think the moment it encroaches on somebody else's life or happiness or whatever, that's when it should be stopped, right?
yeah, like a libertarian approach to religion, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's realistic, and I don't know how you get it to that point.
And you'll see people on the left in America, they will extend that quickly. And as soon as they see, I don't know, somebody say something like, oh, well, I don't think gays should be married. Well, they will be stifled quickly and put in their place.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things with religion still. They might not be like bombing people. They seem to throw their fists up in the air about stuff like that. And my thing is like in gay marriage, like don't get married to somebody the same sex. Like that's how hard is that? What does it matter what other people do? If you think it's wrong to do, then don't do it.
Okay, hold on, pause. It's buffering like crazy, Vamp.
Oh man. Did you look into that at all or how to do it?
She has a new computer that's supposed to be better than the other one. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know if it goes down. We could just end it now.
Is the cat watching cat videos?
Probably. Yeah, what were you saying?
Oh, were we on the air again, or?
We're as close to being on as we're gonna be.
I just think, like, I don't know. That's the thing that religions are missing. They really shouldn't look at things and go like, "Hey, I don't like these things. I don't agree with them." But what does that mean? It means don't do them, because that's all
Mhm.
like different religions say. Like, okay, don't. Certain ones say like, don't eat pork. You don't have to like bomb every plant that produces pork products. You don't have to outlaw it. You just don't eat it. You don't want to, you don't believe in gay marriage. You think that's a sin or whatever. Don't get married, you know, to somebody at the same sex. It's why do we have to create laws so other people can't? I mean, there are universal things we, do not kill, do not this,
Mhm.
that cause harm. But like, if it's somebody else just doing something and it doesn't cause anybody else harm but them, what's the point of fighting over it? I know we still do.
People can do whatever the fuck they want as long as it's just bothering them.
We
The moment that it starts to do this thing where it's impacting people around them, or heaven forbid, several people, I think that's when it should get pulled back. That's why I had nothing against when people would say, oh, those people who are against gay marriage, they should get out of the way. Because yeah, they should. They need to get over themselves. Who gives a fuck? However, I don't understand why the same people who could recognize religion as the issue there can't turn around, look at the Middle East and say, okay, religion is a massive problem there.
yeah.
There's a backwards group of people doing backwards shit. And it's coming out of a very backwards fucking religion. That if they don't let go of that shit, it's going to be nothing but bad for a long fucking time. And for the second time I don't know, second time since the 2000s began, it's very likely we're going to dig in with some more. Now, I say second time. I know that we, more or less been there through the whole time, but feels like it's probably going to kick up pretty hardcore again. If it does, I don't know why we don't just finish the fucking job. Take over the goddamn place.
I don't know. That's where it's so tricky, because I mean, you say that like about other religions, and I do feel that way with Christianity and them fighting against gay marriage, but we're not talking about dropping bombs there anymore because of it. I mean, that's a whole different thing.
Well, yeah.
And even like
But
I
it's
had a
still the
point in time,
religion influencing people in a dumb way to make them do dumb things.
and people aren't going to believe this, but there was a time and place in my life where like that was a big thing in my life. And even back then, I think that's why I never really felt like I fit in that situation, or stuck with that situation. But there's a time that I believed in all this stuff that they do, and was, I guess, a Christian or whatever. But it kind of was one of those things to me where I said, well, yeah, these are the rules I have to follow, and I'm not gonna throw a bunch of them at other people. That's dumb. It's always seemed dumb to me, but that's most people.
So do you think there's a...
Islam's that way too.
Yeah, I think that's kind of one of the things about religions. So do you think there's a way around it? You think there's a way around it to just say fuck it, just blow it off the face of the earth, or do you think there's a diplomacy route we should go about sinking some time into?
I don't think there is. I mean, I think there could be, but it's one of those things that has to happen on its own. Um, like I said, at one time Christianity was just as violent, and it just stopped. But there wasn't really like a reason they did. It was just kind of like the culture changed and the people changed, and we're doing less barbaric things. I think even in the last 100 years, we're despite we look at all these heinous things that have happened as a culture, we are you know more sensitive to shit like that now. Um, like there used to be hangings in public in America. There used to be executions all over the world. That's seen as barbaric now. That's seen as like you almost like would make you feel sick to your stomach, and that used to be just something that people not only like it was a part of their culture, they cheered it on. And I think we're the first generation that's tried to not do that. Not the first one, but like the first couple generations.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. You don't.
We're literally
You
monkeys in
don't.
a cage trying to
You
teach each other
don't
not
sound
to.
very confident that you'd have a different solution.
Oh no, there definitely isn't. There definitely isn't like something I could just throw out there. If there was, I would get a Nobel Peace Prize. There's, how many people in the world that have tried to come up with a solution to this
Hmm.
and just can't. If there was a way, yeah, like we would have done it by now. It's There's no easy answer.
I think there's a very easy answer. It's just not the answer that people want.
Well, in your opinion, what makes it different than okay? What is the big difference between like let's wipe out the Jews versus let's wipe out the Muslims?
What's the big difference? Well, I wouldn't say it's a wipeout. It's a specific spot in particular. Like I'm not gonna round anybody up, put them there, and throw them there. But pretty much all of those countries, about 5 or 6. Let's go specifically, just blow them off the face of the earth. Be done with it. And I don't know. I don't remember all the crazy shit. I don't know. Maybe I don't. I'm not as up to snuff on it, but I don't remember the Jewish people starting wars every 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, I don't remember them ever saying "Death to America"
Yeah,
on
I don't
Twitter.
remember them spamming planes across the ocean. Or spamming planes at buildings and stuff. I don't remember any of this.
I
And
mean,
every morning I don't remember having to wake up hearing about a Jewish fundamentalist doing a dumb fucking bombing that they've done in some fucking country, because every country needs to pay attention to whatever their fucking plight is. In the middle, everybody has to stay focused on the Middle East. It's this weird attention that must be paid to them at all times, or else I don't know. It's shit. The reasoning is always shit. And it's always something, something infidel, something, something, all that shit. Fuck all that.
I remember when we first went off to Saudi Arabia, that was a big thing.
Mhm.
Um, who was it? It was Davari did a segment with some of the locals, and he was getting death threats for it. Not from people in Saudi Arabia, but from people in Iran because he made the people look embarrassed and weak. I remember actually talking to somebody on Twitter during that whole thing because I was all over there, and I'm just going like, dude, nobody looks at them like that. I mean, it's a show. Like people look at him as a hero for going over there and being brave enough to do that, and like, you know,
I think that refusing to let your women exist in any way other than be covered up, that makes you weak. I think that
sure,
makes you visibly weak to the rest of the planet. We don't have to question anything else. We can look at how fucking threatened they are by the idea of a woman, and we can tell that they're fucking weak.
sure.
You can look at the way that they fucking deal with everything. We can tell they're walking around in fucking dresses, for fuck's sake. They're weak. These are dumb, weak people. They are glued to this fucking ideology. It's just stupid. I don't know. And there will be people who are, oh, we got to be careful with this, and don't do this. We don't need this conflict or whatever. I would say, fuck it. At this point, I would say, fuck it. Let's do the conflict, blow them off the face of the fucking earth, be done with this shit. That is where I have landed on this whole thing. Fuck them. Blow them out of the water.
You know, I can't get to that point, but at the same time, like, it's hard for me to find like a better answer.
Pretty much at the fucking point, man. Don't care what happens. Not interested. Fuck 'em.
And that's like the complicated thing of it. Like, I am completely anti-war, but I'm not like stupidly anti-war to the point where like somebody bombs you, you don't bomb them back. That's, you know, that's ridiculous. I'm just saying, like, if you could find a peaceful or a peaceful end to the conflict, you should pursue that. But not to the point where you just roll over. Like, that's not what I think. That's not the kind of peace that I'm talking about. I'm sure there are people that are like that far invested in it, but you know, I'm not.
I just gotten to the point. I'm just gonna think long term on it. If you don't blow them the fuck away now, we're gonna have to jump into another conflict in another 10, 20 years. I think the boot of the world must stomp down and lay a giant fucking deep impression on that fucking place. It's got to. Or this is not gonna be something that is an every once in a while fucking thing.
It is weird that, like, I don't know, it seems like that's something you know, you do see some fighting in like other places, but
Yeah.
not as much. I mean, you see
Not
like
perpetual.
Russia and Ukraine. There's conflict in Spain right now. There's China. Like, you still get that though.
Yeah. You still get conflicts in places. You're never going to stop that. But as far as the constant conflict, constant terrorism, yeah, that's all coming out of just that hellhole in the fucking Middle East. Fuck it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. This crowd in the chat. He made a video recently. I think it like premiered. Did you see the video that he had premiered like a day or two ago?
I was watching it for part of it, but then I got caught up on something, so I have to rewatch it.
I ended up seeing just like the last like part of it. It talks about this.
Yeah, I've actually had this discussion with him.
They're hellholes, man. Fucking hellholes.
Because he kind of lands on that too. He's always landed on that. So I've had that discussion with him, and it kind of, you know, that same complicated place. Like, where do you really fix things?
Yeah, he's a lot closer to him than we are. He's not across an ocean from it. It's fucking right there.
Yeah, that's a big thing they're complaining about in Europe, that they're coming in there and trying to bring their values to the place. And
Just saying. I'm just fucking saying, man. At what fucking point? At what point something got to be said or done? And when I say like done, I mean like really done. Not let's get into a fight with them that's going to last for another little while and then have to do that again in the next hour. No, I'm talking about fucking done. Like fucking done. Like lay fucking waste to that shit. Move along with our lives and our day. How long is it going to be for you?
I don't know if I could get to that point.
You don't think there's a spot where you could just say, fuck it? That place has got to go. You don't think you could get to that?
To genocide?
I don't know if it's genocide. It's not based on the religion and the fucking the race. It's not that. Those geographical locations blown off the face of the earth, filled with fucking water. It's an ocean now. Genocide, it's such a dirty word, Val. Such a dirty word.
It's exactly what it is, though.
It's getting rid of lots and lots and lots and lots of people. That's damn, man. That's pretty much going to happen, yeah. It's just all right. If you could close your eyes and make the wish for just the Middle East, just that part of the planet's gone. Now it's an ocean. If you could do that, would you?
I don't think I could.
You wouldn't do it?
No,
I can't tell you I wouldn't after today. I can't tell you if I wouldn't do that. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe the heart would soften. It's that whole war-riddled area. And I feel sorry for the people who are there, but it's never going to be different. I feel sorry for the next people that are going to be there, and the next, because they're going to have the same fucking issues that these people fucking have. Because it's not getting fixed.
Well, I mean, that's remedied. I look at Saudi Arabia, and they're starting to come along progressively, and they're starting to change some of those things. And then they just, killed a journalist, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. You guys are still like that. Okay, well.
And a lot of the blind eye that will be turned has to do with money. There's lots of money over there. They got lots of cash and lots of resources. Is that worth it? Is that worth turning the blind eye and ignoring everything? Is it fucking? I don't know. I don't know, grand scheme. If it's just better to let them do all this crazy shit so we can get a good price on a barrel of oil. I don't fucking know.
I think that's where it's complicated too, though, because if you're going to go to war with them, like Saudi Arabia is our allies, they have those same beliefs. We have to keep allies over there, or else, we have nowhere to put our bases. Plus, we'd run out of oil. It's, it gets complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So then when they do heinous shit like they did, and everyone's, asking, like, Trump, why aren't you, like, going to war with Saudi Arabia? They just killed a journalist. He was an American citizen.
Oh, you gotta keep that price down, right?
Well,
is that all lumped into the cost of doing business once you get up at that high of a level?
Yeah.
Couple bodies, it's just the price of doing business.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Because the WWE, we had that debate. They were over in Saudi Arabia after the journalist got killed.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted them to just cancel that. But there was a lot of money invested, already agreement, and it's just kind of like, well, we're not going over there because of this. We're going over there to try to affect change. But it really does mean you have to turn a blind eye to some of the shit going on. None of that feels good.
But is it the cost of doing business?
Maybe. That's why I wasn't really like.
That doesn't feel good, does it?
So I wasn't really like. adamant about the WWE not going over there. I felt conflicted about it. Obviously, like it was a horrible thing. We shouldn't like okay with countries doing shit like that. But um, at the same time, how do you change things? Like
Do
you
you
wouldn't
change
expect
things?
like
Do you
what
bother?
like segregation didn't change overnight. We've been getting the right to vote didn't change overnight. That hundreds of years.
Hmm?
For like say Saudi Arabia, for them to change from what they are to like what we are, that's gonna take more lifetimes than like not lifetimes than we'll see, but like you know quite a few lifetimes. You know, 20, 100, 2200, 2300. Will they be that at that point? It's possible, but it's as far as do I think they'll be there by 2021? No, no chance in hell.
Probably not.
You're not going to come up with that answer by then. 2022? No, it's the same answer. You keep going, year after year. You're not going to see things to where the point where we want them to be. Like if we were going to have a vision for what we'd want to see Saudi Arabia to be, for instance, it's not. We're probably never going to see it. It's never going to happen in our lifetime. But we do consider them an ally. We do business with them, and we'd like to see them turn that direction. But fucking how?
I don't have that kind of
Uh,
hope anymore. I thought maybe down the line some of these motherfuckers might get their act together, but I don't subscribe to that in the least anymore, motherfucker. I don't buy that at all anymore. It's just a perpetual shit machine. It's just gonna keep dumping shit onto the planet from now until the fucking end of time. We're going to wake up to random bombings and fucking shit like this where the embassy's been attacked. Just fuck it, man. At a point, it's just needs to be dealt with. Say fuck it and deal with it. No, we're not leaving, and we're not going to stop until you tap the fuck out. And if you try to get the fuck back up again, we will knock you back down again. I don't know. Heavy-handed would be the mild way to put it, maybe. Heavy-handed would be the way I'd describe it. I think that'd be a good way to go. Anyway. I won't make you like talk about it too much more because I know this. Like you sound like this is something that you're thinking about now. So you like still thinking on this kind of thing. You don't. You're not gonna have the answer. I don't have the answer. I'm frustrated with it because of what I heard. Hearing about everything earlier today. I'm just like, man, fuck all that shit. Just get sick of hearing about it.
Yeah, it's the idea of like the only way to find peace is war. That's
Well, it's like the only way to stop, the killings that are going on in the neighborhood would be to kill the serial killer, maybe. That's why I hate that thing when people are like, oh, but the only way to peace is through war. Well, yeah, sometimes you have to kill the killer. Or else it's going to be more killing. Like, I hate that analogy. That's like, people say that because George Carlin said that. George Carlin, fucking annoying. Just fucking annoying. And nowhere close to fucking this. I don't know. People take like him and Bill Hicks and a few other comedians and think they're fucking geniuses. They're fucking not. Like, simple as what I just told you. Do you disagree with me on the like? If you don't know who there's a bunch of killings going on in the neighborhood. Maybe you want to kill that killer. Maybe you want to find out who that is and stop him, right?
Yeah.
And then there will be no more killing, right?
There's another place that has constantly been at war, though.
Oh, you could go with
Besides that.
Ireland?
No, I was going to go with us.
Us? The U.S.?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there was a nice gap of peacetime in the, it may have been mostly because of the Depression or whatever, but it's after the World Wars going into Vietnam, that not gonna count.
I wouldn't really count it because there's still like quote unquote conflicts. We still did things in Cuba. We still did things in South America during that time. We just didn't call them war.
I guess there wouldn't be. You see, back then, a war I would have seen it something constituted with like you got a draft and you're drafting, two sides to go against each other. With those things, the conflicts, shit like that. Militaries are going to be doing military shit pretty regular. It's the thing they're going to be doing. Now, whether or not I should count those, I can definitely entertain that. Should I? I don't know. Maybe I should. What I'm talking about a lot of fucking people riled up on both fucking sides, going toe to fucking toe. Just end that shit. One fall to a finish, if you will. I don't know. Maybe you are kind of right, but I'd say this. We can go back hundreds of years, and this place not necessarily known for all of its wars. Again, nowhere is stupid peaceful, all right? But there are long gaps of some peacetime. In the Americas, even if you go back hundreds of years, you go back a couple thousand years, and the Middle East is pretty much always fucking at war. You don't agree?
I don't know that they are more than anybody, but
You don't know if they
yeah,
are more than anybody?
yeah.
There is something about that area at the fucking cradle of life that is just fucking backwards, man. There's something over there where I don't know. It just everybody's been at war forever, and that's not normal. Now, again, conflict is not avoidable, really, but in that particular area, it's just fucking ridiculous. It's constant, perpetual, doesn't stop, keeps on keeping on. When they're bored, they fucking try to drag somebody else into it. They go to other fucking countries and start shit with them. And maybe it's a cycle that doesn't get broken because of that. It's because it's just constantly happening, constantly, maybe that's why. Sure. Man, I think they should really put in some consideration to just go in, just fuck that place completely up, and dare them to get back up again. Is it cruel? Yes. But I don't see another way. They need to fuck that place up. Just saying. I'll move it around so that what's something that you've looked at, or thought about in the past fucking however long.
Last couple of weeks, last
Yeah.
couple of days. I don't know. I was just kind of waiting for like the holidays to end, things to get back to normal. That's the thing. It's been really quiet lately. Um, yeah, too quiet. I guess that's just what the holidays are. Everyone's been doing their own thing
Alright.
and living their lives and enjoying like getting away from all this shit. It's been a nice vacation.
Nice vacation. You enjoy your holiday shit. You do fun
Nah,
shit. You see family. You do anything. What'd you do?
nah, I didn't really do anything.
You
I
didn't
have
do
like a
anything.
really weird family, so
Of course you do.
uh,
Jesus.
I don't really know that many people on my dad's side of the family. I have like a lot of, I guess, Jehovah's Witnesses on my mom's side of the family, so they don't do the
Oh
whole
God.
holiday thing.
Well,
So
I existed through the holidays. By the way, there's something in your list of things that you're going that just turns black, and I think that's what's making everything freeze up. It's just trying to load up a file that doesn't work. So you may want to go in there and look. Okay, it's fucking weird. Yeah, there's something in there that doesn't work right. You may want to check. Just saying.
Yeah, I've been trying. Don't know.
Well, now that the holidays are over, are you relieved, Fowl? Or are you one of those that is just glad when the holidays are over?
yeah, I've never really cared much for it anyways. I mean, when I was younger, I celebrated it, but nowadays it's just it's cold and it's that time of year where everything's closed and everyone's just off doing shit. It's like it's kind of boring, but that wasn't the worst.
God, is everything still closed today?
Possibly.
Probably, yeah. Should have done something else, like a fucking, I don't know, not closed every fucking place on a New Year's Eve. That annoyed the hell out of me yesterday. I was trying to get shit done and go and get stuff and all that. And fucking, I don't know. Just nowhere was open. Had to drive to the next town to get something that I could have just got about 10 minutes from where I live. Had to go an extra length to get it because it's New Year's Eve, guys. It's a huge fucking deal. So, that was that. Fucking annoying, but it is what it is. Mig said there's lots of people who were working where he was, and nobody was fucking working where I was at. There were, I don't know, maybe 7 places open, something like that. 7 or 8 fucking places. Just had to go to the next town. Luckily, more places were open there. They didn't even show the goddamn ball dropping. And it's probably something to do with like greenhouse gases coming off of the ball, dude. It's not a big deal. Nico seems fucked up about that ball not getting shown, but it'll be alright.
I didn't even know that. That's really weird that it wasn't.
Hold on. Crucial Bunny says 4 more months until Cyberpunk 2077. How many people are looking forward to that game? Is that the new Death Stranding?
No, this game is actually supposed to be fun.
Well, so was Death Stranding.
I don't believe that.
Death Stranding was supposed to be fun too.
I don't believe that. From the get-go. I'm like, wait. I have to take care of a supernatural baby? No. Incubator babies.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking care about that shit.
No, Cyberpunk is actually supposed to be, a thing.
Sure. I'm not buying into any of these games before they exist.
I refuse until after they've been released.
Yeah, I gotta see that shit now. Nemo's pointing out only 16 more days until Bad Boys for Life. There's that.
Oh, good.
There is that. Plenty of reasons
Howdy.
to Hey, Alex.
How y'all guys doing?
It's fucking New Year's.
You missed all the fun. We're talking
Oh, did
about
I?
video games now.
Oh well, I showed up just in time.
Fucking, I was just asking if people fucking looking forward to that Cyberpunk game like they did Death Stranding.
No,
I
I
hope
didn't
I,
know
it's
that.
good. I
I
mean, I
think
always
that's
hope every game's good because you want good games to be out there. But I like the whole concept. I like a lot of post-apocalyptic shit like that and futuristic shit like
What do
that.
you
So
think of
it'd be
the
cool if it's good.
execution?
I I I won't know until I really see it. Like I never really trust just looking at pictures of it.
Oh,
I
I mean,
haven't
it
seen
looks
anybody
cool.
oh
compare it
boy.
to.
Do you want a miniseries movie?
Uh,
It's like 10 hours of cutscenes.
what the fuck?
It's on YouTube.
Migs is saying they're watching someone who is playing Death Stranding on YouTube. They're 34 hours in and they still don't know what it's about. Alternate timelines and shit. So disappointing. No, pretty much exactly what you should have expected from Kojima.
You also have to deliver things that are strapped to your back. There's a balance mechanic. So if you were a fan of Metal Gear, oh boy, if you were a fan of Metal Gear Solid, and if you tolerated Metal Gear Survive, do we have the game for you? Also, Uber Simulator.
Sure. I don't know. I just saw like someone. I was like, well, this is gonna be dumb. I said that when I first saw it, and it looks like it was pretty fucking dumb. There's nothing to this game. There's nothing to the fucking thing. The idea that somebody can be 34 hours in on that just kind of makes me sad. I've looked at some of it. It's like the rain is scary. Also delivery. So, obviously not for me, but probably not for much of anybody. And the people who are saying that they're enjoying it, they're lying
I think they're
to
lying.
themselves. They're pretending. They're lying to themselves. That's not fun.
Yeah. You know what else is not fun? Most people will play a video game to get away from their fucking kids. Nope. Screaming baby in this one too. Have fun with that.
A lot of them.
Huh?
Is there like a lot of screaming children in there? Is that just
No, there's one strapped to your chest.
Yeah, you got a little fetus in a jar on your chest.
And it cries.
But, why?
Ask Kojima.
It's artistic.
Like I realized like we ran out of ideas for video games.
No, we haven't.
I ever since we went to 3D, I mean, it just kind of became like every game's you hold a gun, you run around, you shoot things, things shoot you.
I don't play hardly any games with guns. To be honest.
But I mean, this isn't the first game that's done this. Is that a thing too? You're saying like, just the way you said it, you made it seem like other games have had this feature.
What?
Like crying babies is like a thing in most games now.
No.
Okay.
Just Death Stranding.
I mean, The Sims, I guess.
Eh.
I guess it's trying to fit a niche demographic. If you are into crying babies, we got the experience for you.
Oh boy.
All right. Got the screaming baby thing out.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Good tangent. So, I don't know, have any of you played it?
Well, obviously, I haven't. I didn't know about this at all.
All right. I don't think she has. I haven't. Alex, you played it?
No, I don't want anything to do.
Same.
It. I mean, it's not just that I think it's bad. That the concept doesn't really interest.
The concept wouldn't interest anyone if it wasn't Kojima and Norman Reedus. This game would get 0 time.
Accurate.
Like, I mean, it could be really fun, but it doesn't seem like my type of thing. And there are some games like that. There's some games out there that are probably a blast, but the idea of them just doesn't seem. But yeah, they just don't seem like my type of thing.
That game is not anyone's type of thing. Death Stranding sucks. The idea for it sucks. Its idea of what would be fun sucks. It sucks. It's not good. They may be doing something way different with the Cyberpunk game, and I hope they do. But I think that I don't know. I think that Hideo Kojima may be only a little exposed at this point with the whole Death Stranding thing. That may have exposed how fucking goofy the motherfucker is. But it's a new year, so maybe they're coming out with a new game. Like he's about to announce a whole new crazy fucking venture, and everybody's gonna talk about how innovative and crazy it is, and just get ready for it all to happen again. It's gonna be swell. I doubt it, but sure, maybe. Is there a date for the Cyberpunk game? Because everybody was saying only a few weeks. So what is the date that shit comes out?
Let's see.
April
16th.
16th. Yeah, that's a little ways off.
A little.
Yeah, it's enough time for them to probably delay it if they need to.
Just delay it indefinitely. And then
But
they can do the thing where it's never got to come out.
It's a long time coming. It was supposed to come out ages ago.
Well, it's also CD Projekt Red, so they have issues with deadlines.
What does that mean?
They're the same people that made the Witcher franchise because they'd rather release a game that works as opposed to release it on time. And some of their games still end up kind of broke, but
Fuck.
They're fun.
I have 0 interest in the whole Cyberpunk game that's coming out, but that's only until the game's out, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's got to be out, people playing it, something going on, or I don't give a shit. And I have learned my lesson on that. I remember everybody coming on the show, like Sargon, oh, Fallout 76 is going to be great. Oh, you sure there, bud? Everybody gets way too fucking hype about these fucking video games.
I only know one person that actually enjoyed it.
Who?
Ian.
Ugh. You know, even if you do enjoy it, that shit is broken.
Oh yeah, he enjoyed it, but he still admitted it's a terrible fucking game.
Yeah, it's broke. It was like, I kind of enjoy that flashing lights game that I was playing on Twitch. Yeah, it's kind of fun, but it's broke.
Yeah.
It is a mess. It's a fun mess to play around in, but it's a fucking mess. I don't know. These game conventions and all this shit, it's all leading to this fucking, just the masses grouping toward one game. Like, I remember it was No Man's Sky a few years ago. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And then it happened. When No Man's Sky fucking happened, holy shit. Everybody went from singing the praises of a game that they had never seen anything about because they're fucking idiots and they bought into that shit. Fucking marks. They went from doing that, just love it all over this game, to immediately act like, oh, it's so fucking bad. It's so bad. Everybody's got to make a video about how bad No Man's Sky is. Well, that's only because all of you talked about how fucking great it was before you had seen a lick of anything to do with it.
Yeah, I think that game definitely fell victim. And I think I don't know, it was a good idea, but
What was? The No Man's Sky thing?
yeah, I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah,
It
it's
was
a
a
good idea
start.
if you do it, but they didn't do it. They didn't even have player models in that fucking game when they released it.
No.
Oh, guys, it's multiplayer, but it's not.
I remember there was a really weird thing where they said, like, you're in your own world, you'll never interact with people.
No,
and
no, no.
then-
You were supposed to be in a universe so big that you would never really bump into anybody. The chances were so slim, but everybody's in the same universe, and you're all going to be able to see each other's creations and blah, 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 blah. It was a whole lot of bullshit, man. A whole lot of bullshit.
And that was the part that I thought was weird. Like, why would you want to not interact with people? But, yeah, that was the first thing that happened. You know, people are like, all right, we'll figure out how to find each other, whatever. Never underestimate the internet at finding things.
Well, you have everybody on the planet, and if they notice, hey, two people are in a certain system, and they get them to coordinate and meet, and they did it, and they're standing there with each other, but they can't see each other, oh, that's a problem. And it was all downhill from there. Okay, that was when that jig was up.
And then people started peeling the stickers off the back of their box to reveal that the original box
It used to have multiplayer on the back of the box, yeah.
Yeah.
Multiplayer compatibility was on the box when it was originally shipped out, but yeah, just go ahead and put a sticker over that.
Right.
Fuck out of here. That was the first game that was like this that I really remember. Being just over the top. What the fuck went so wrong? And every year there has to be another. In some cases, I think people blow it out of proportion. In other cases, it's like No Man's Sky, where it's just like you were sold a fucking lie. You can go around and zap rocks. You can go zap more rocks. And you can fly and zap some rocks. And go home.
Get off the planet, get on another planet, and zap more rocks.
I remember the first Destiny. It was kind of like that. Where they had cut out half of the game to sell people as DLC because a bunch of shit had went wrong. It's fucking ridiculous. It was like, by the way, I think there's a new ending now, but the original ending of No Man's Sky. Yeah, do you know what it was? No? You don't know?
What?
You go to the center of the universe, and then it just starts you over again. That was the end.
I didn't think
And
that
he
was
didn't
something
want
that
to
could happen.
spoil it. He didn't want to spoil that. Guys, I don't want to spoil what happens when you get to the center of the universe.
It's a
All right, and then you get there.
surprise.
It just sends you right back out.
Well, looks like I'm zapping more rocks again.
Back to rock zapping.
Zzz.
It was like the Mass Effect trilogy. I have that. Someone gave me that. I may play it. I don't know. Probably not. I don't like that shit. So I don't hate sci-fi, but I'm not huge on it. Maybe I'll play it and I'll love the fucking thing. Right now, I'm playing that Ghostbusters game. It'll probably be done today if I play that.
Poor Stay Puft.
Yeah, I killed the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That was entertaining. That was a fun time. Nick said Subnautica was better. Fuck a bunch of Subnautica. Fuck a bunch of Subnautica. Death Stranding was basically The Emperor's New Clothes, the video game. Yes, it was, Thales. That's the best way to describe it.
It really is.
People watched that and realized, holy shit, Kojima's fucking dumb.
We got
Or they pretended that Kojima looked cool still. One of the two. What did that say? I love that game. It's fucked up, but it's great. The Ghostbusters. Big sin. I don't know which one it is. I don't know how fucked up it is, really. I'm enjoying it. There's lots of fun little shit in the game that is enjoyable. It's a decent time. Fun little fucking whatever the fuck it's supposed to be.
That's still full price. Okay.
What's still full price?
I was wondering how many people are sitting there right now playing Death Stranding thinking, I spent $60 on Norman Reedus. What the fuck am I doing with my life?
Oh, probably a lot of fucking people.
You slap Norman Reedus in the game, you slap Kojima on the box. $60.
Mick's saying that you need to quit when you're ahead in the game of trying to be artistic. Kojima pushed his luck. I think he's right on that. I think Miggs is he's on to something there. There's something about Kojima. He's that guy. He will do things because people have told him how special he is. It's like when they, hey, do you want to work with this guy and do a thing? And he just like does the little hand thing from the guy's movie. If anybody else did, they'd be like, "Shut up, dork, and answer the question." Right?
Yeah.
Would you take that from anybody else as anything but pretentious fuckery? Speak, dipshit. You have a voice, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. For some reason, he gets away with it. I never got that. Never understood it.
I just think people in the games industry are just kind of like, yeah, he's a fucking weirdo.
He's a dork.
Also that.
Just a dweeby motherfucker.
I don't know. I was kind of looking forward, after playing the PT demo, I was kind of looking forward to Silent Hills. And then that just went down the tubes. Got Death Stranding instead. I'm not playing it.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Oh, they're gonna do it themselves. They're gonna work on what they were gonna work on before, but just themselves." And it's like,
Nope. Death
No.
Stranding.
no, no.
Yeah. Not. I was not thrilled.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched some of the cutscene stuff from there to try and get some idea what the story is. I still have no idea. I watched like 4 hours of cutscenes. I have no idea. Other than President.
Other than President.
Something about President and uniting America again. Some whatever. I don't know.
Oh. Right, a Trump reference.
No.
Ho!
No, it wasn't a Trump reference. Like, it's post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, but that's supposed to be references and make America great again. That's
Sure. Sure. We'll go.
I don't know. That's what all video games seem to be doing with presidents now.
Since, video games and presidents kind of intermingled, but okay. You guys go. I'm gonna get mad over Death Stranding.
Oh, feel free. I never got deep into the whole fucking Silent Hill shit. Really didn't. But I can definitely tell why that game would be preferred over whatever the fuck Death Stranding is supposed to be. I like that Spider-Man made Norman Osborn look exactly like Trump. It's a thing now. Everybody's got to have a moan about Trump. That's another reason I can't really enjoy a lot of media now. It's just constantly bitching about Trump. There's like 4 or 5 topics that people talk about now. It's fucking boring. Conversation-wise, everything-wise, it's boring.
I guess this is more about UPS than it is about Trump, so.
Oh, good. It's about UPS, though. So it's Death Stranding as the Kevin Costner film The Postman. I don't know. Postman was better.
Probably. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I don't think this is a very good one. Like Conan O'Brien's in the fucking game. For reasons. He's like a hologram in that shit. Like Obi-Wan in the old Star Wars. It's terrible. Fucking terrible.
I mean, that's just always a thing, too. You can throw a celebrity in there, and, like, people that are fans of that celebrity will get the game. So.
Mick says Guillermo del Toro doesn't even do his own voice acting. They got someone else. That would be sad. I believe it. But that would be really sad. Wow. Is that real? Is that fucking real? I need to find this out. I can't take your word for that. Just give me a second. Okay. Oh. Okay. This is true. Guillermo del Toro doesn't provide any voice acting. Uses him as a skin puppet. He lent his likeness. But they use a... Fuck that. Just fuck out of here with that shit. That sucks. Why fucking bother? Get the fuck out of here with this. I don't know. Have you heard of anything that quite that sad? Fowl, you I don't know. You knew a little bit about this. Have you heard anything quite that fucking sad? Hey, you can use my likeness, but I can't be recording my lines. Hire somebody else.
I don't know. I guess games do that, at different times. Usually it's been more of a thing where they'll actually get the person, but...
Yeah.
Is this still Death Stranding we're talking about, or something
Yeah.
else? Okay. Well, I thought it was because it was Guillermo del Toro, but I'm honestly not surprised because he's not really an actor. He's sort of a director, isn't he?
Yeah, but if it's gonna say you, then just do it. Why lend your likeness if you're not even gonna do the thing? Why is he acting in the fucking thing if he's not gonna be doing the acting. If you're a director, then stay behind the scenes of the game, jackass. What are you doing?
I imagine that may be just a thing, though. Like, we could just use anybody. He could sound like whatever. Nobody knows what he sounds like.
Oh, hold
I'd
up. Someone's
imagine.
asking me if I'm gonna get 2K20. No, don't think I'm gonna be getting the 2K20. I think I'm gonna skip that trash fire. I do like the modes where it looks like you can have arenas that look like Mad Max and shit like that. That seems cool as fuck. But
Yeah, I saw the most recent thing as far as that goes. The whole the Wasteland DLC. That is really cool. I wish the game didn't suck because I want to fuck with that.
I mean, it's already 2020 now, so it'll be 2021 will be coming out. Next thing you know.
yeah, the game's maybe getting canceled actually because nobody got it. Everyone hated it.
Yeah, so maybe somebody else will pick up the franchise that doesn't suck.
Maybe. Hold on. Meg says his last movie bombed. Scary Stories. Was Del Toro the Scary Stories?
Del Toro did do the scary, yeah.
That movie sucked. Okay. All right, starting to make some sense. Okay, so he's just having a bad year or two here. I'm okay with that. That fucking movie sucked. I did like the visuals. The Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, or I can't remember the rest of it, but it comes from the goddamn book from like 20, 30 years ago. And all the visuals match up, and they're pretty great. The visuals are good to see. I'll give them that. That movie sucked. Like,
I heard that was going to be hard to adapt into a movie, but
well, no, they did a damn good job adapting the visuals into a movie. And then they wrote this really cringy story to kind of tie all the other stories together. Not even stories. They really just I don't know. They tried to tie all the fucking visuals together into one story. And that sucked. Bad shit. It was fucking terrible. Movie sucked. Looked good. Really did. Like all the shit from the book looked like the shit from the book. And that was pretty much the one thing I was wondering if they would be able to fucking pull off. They pulled it off. They ruined everything else. Story was fucking trash. Didn't George Romero voice himself in COD Zombies map? I don't know. Did he? I've never played the Call of Duty games.
I know he was in those games. I don't know if he did his own voice. So I remember seeing. I think I remember seeing somebody I know play those. I could have been a nephew. I don't remember, but I remember seeing George Romero just beating motherfuckers up.
Just seeing George Romero beating motherfuckers up.
Yeah, he's a bad guy in those. He's like a big zombie.
Excuse me. I don't.
It wouldn't be that hard to figure out. You just look up George Romero.
Yeah, it's him. His voice is in there. So Romero did it?
For some reason in my head, I hear him sounding like Stan Lee.
He sounded like Stan Lee?
No, in my head, that's just how I'm picturing it, because he's this older guy with the glasses and the. I just hear him saying, "Super fans."
Excelsior and shit.
Yeah, Excelsior, super fans.
Fuck was that noise? Oh.
A few minutes ago, Gokai had thrown 5 on the Streamlabs. It ultimately comes down to a truth you know all too well. People are marks.
You're talking about Death Stranding?
Possibly.
It had to be that.
Or any of the things that were talked about fairly recently, why people buy into shit. Even if it's awful.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Death Stranding was just fucking. Ugh. I only watched a little bit of some of that shit getting played. Was more than enough for me. I hope the Cyberpunk game isn't like that because I know a lot of fucking people really don't want it to be. But, you know, probably gonna be.
Well, I know there was a big thing when certain parts of the character creation thing got released, where people were up in arms over the fact that you can literally make something any gender you want to.
What are we talking about?
Essentially, there's no gender. There's no male, female, whatever. Because in the Cyberpunk tabletop, when you're doing your character sheet, it's not really the gender isn't really a big thing. So they made it not a big deal in the game.
No, in Warframe, you can't do that either.
Yeah. But they're like, oh, the SJWs are getting into our video games again. It was that whole that whole spiel.
Quartering make the video.
I think he did actually.
I was gonna say, I just look it up. I bet he did.
Yeah.
And everyone who'd actually who's been a Cyberpunk fan for a long time of the D&D-esque tabletop shit, is just like, yeah, here's a picture of the character sheet. You're wrong.
The quartering, Cyberpunk 2077, just remove gender.
Oh shit!
See, I told you.
I thought there was a weird thing where the SJWs were supposed to be pissed off the game existed completely because of the
hold
storyline.
on. Did you hear the thing he said there though?
Yeah.
They just removed gender. Now, according to everybody else, it was never there to begin with.
It's like, yeah, you could choose to make your character look male or female, but gender's not really a big thing in the world of Cyberpunk.
It's almost like that fake motherfucker isn't actually into any of this shit that he has a moan about all the time.
Weird.
And he's just in this for the fucking outrage merchant. That's all he wants to be, the outrage merchant.
You know, that's the frustrating thing about this. I don't really love all the SJW stuff. I don't. But I don't think it would be a big deal, you know, if they didn't make it a big deal. I think if there was no Sargon of Akkad, would there be an E.R. Sarkeesian, which would just be somebody working at a game company and you wouldn't know who the fuck she is?
Or care.
I don't care.
I think there's a lot of that where, like, because they make such a big deal out of it, like every movie that comes out, every game that comes out has to be a part of this fucking conspiracy.
Well, yeah. What's that make you think? Do you think it is part of the conspiracy, or does it just make you think, God, these people are fucking ridiculous?
Look, people have always pushed values, and if that's their values, that's what they're going to push, but it's always been that way. There just wasn't somebody to point it out. Now that there are people to point it out, it's a big deal. I was looking at the whole, I know that was a discussion I really don't want to throw into a huge one with Greta Thunberg when that thing happened. She's definitely not the first person that was, you know, of that age to speak in front of the UN. There were plenty of them. but because everyone, does political commentary nowadays, yeah, she's a celebrity now. Basically because people wouldn't stop talking about her.
They made her a celebrity.
Yeah. Just the outrage made her famous. They're counterproductive to what they're trying to do. I think a lot of them realize that too by now. They make money off of it, so
No, it's a symbiotic relationship. I remember they were all big on going at that Riley person a couple of years ago. So everybody had this weird symbiotic thing where they would wait for the Riley video, then they would make their Riley video, then Riley would make a video, and they would all go round and round in this circle. And they all made the same video.
Mm-hmm.
They'd all look at the same video. They'd all watch the same video. And it was just round and round and round. So I don't know. I'm sure there's some of them who know that that's what it is, but there's probably a lot of them who don't get that that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Baba said the outrage didn't make her famous. The media pushed it first. I'll tell you this. I never saw the thing on the media. Again, I don't watch as much TV as you guys do. All I saw was a million fucking videos that were posted at me. A bunch of memes that were posted. And that's why I know who that fucking chick is.
I mean, I could start posting them, but it's not even worth doing the look. I could do it later. But there definitely was news stories about other people, different ages that spoke before the same ages, a lot of the same messages too. But it wasn't like a big deal. People just said, "Oh, that's cute. You have an opinion. You're trying to do something. Move along." They just dismissed it. Like, "Oh yeah, just kids. Yeah, whatever."
Basically, what Trump did to Greta, it's like, "Oh, it's cute. She has an opinion."
Well, yeah, that's basically what everyone did with it, but it wasn't like on a YouTube video, so it wasn't something that fucking mattered at the end of the day. Yeah, it was just another person that had an opinion and they said it, and it's like, oh, they let some kid like do something to feel important, and they moved on with life.
Yeah.
Now it's like we have hundreds of people putting out videos talks. This is how they make their money. There's something people get pissed off about. Well, now she's, a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
So did your outrage really help anything?
Got her over.
Yeah.
Got things where they needed to get them.
Yeah, I can say I think most of the mainstream outlets looked at it and went, "Oh, all the internet racists are attacking this poor little girl. Let's, give her more attention." And boom.
You think she's gonna grow up all right?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Mostly due to their parents are hippies, but
time will tell. That's the thing. When I was that age, I was fighting for stuff too. It was different stuff than I'm fighting for today. So
I wasn't fighting for shit. I was playing fucking video games, doing schoolwork. Well, no, that's a fucking lie. I wasn't doing schoolwork. That is the biggest lie I've told in a while, actually. I was pretending to do schoolwork.
Why?
And I was getting into trouble. I was doing teenager things.
Just teenager things. Terrible.
Yeah, being a delinquent.
And what's the day like everywhere else for everybody? It's storming, nice out there.
it's pretty nice, actually.
Has anybody left the house yet today? Am I the only one?
I went outside.
There's snow out there.
I was up pretty late, so I woke up and then I got on the show.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
I did use the air horn to wake up the neighbors at midnight.
You're a bad person.
Billy says they having a massive fucking windstorm. I can believe that. Hmm. What is that? Somebody has sent me a thing. Let's see what this is.
Charlie Dangus says took my husky to the dog park and bought 3 pounds bacon. My day is over.
3 pounds of bacon. I wonder if he's gonna eat all that before it goes fucking bad. Well, he's got the dog, so I have a feeling he'll get 8. We had asshole shoot off fireworks until 3 a.m. That sounds similar to what happened over here. Morning was spent helping a 7-year-old put together Legos. I did my good deed for the year.
Get it out of the way early.
No. What the fuck was that noise? Well, I'm coming through the computer, but I don't think you guys would have been able to hear it. It was like a bang outside. Maybe somebody wrecked their car into something. Who fucking knows? What's this? I'm just looking around at stuff. You motherfuckers can talk if you want.
It wasn't really that loud here yesterday. I heard some like around midnight, but that was about it.
That was my air horn.
Oh.
It was. Then again, like I said, it's cold here, so who wants to be outside setting that shit off? I have a neighbor.
Ton of fireworks here.
I have a neighbor that does that shit, and now that I'm getting older, it's like when I was younger, it's like, all right, whatever, it's loud, but I didn't really care. I get it, the appeal, but like,
now you're like, motherfucker, I'm trying to sleep.
Like, he'll legit set off stuff that's probably like illegal, and it would just be like out of nowhere. I hear just like a loud bang, and I'm just like,
we hear that shit all day long, like before it's even dark. It doesn't stop.
I mean,
until
if it
like
was
3
just,
in the morning.
it's not even just that it's all day. It's just like, you know, like extremely loud, and then you don't know when it's gonna happen, so it just catches you off guard every time.
Like we assume that
here and continued until about 2 a.m.
it's illegal within our city limits, but I'm assuming nobody gives a fuck, or they just don't know where it is. I think it could be coming from without of the city limits, but because it's just so loud that we're hearing it anyway. But it is constant and from all over the place, and scares the hell out of the dogs. It's funny.
Oh, hurts their ears. Jessica's saying they legalized fireworks here this year. So happy. And then just a neutral face emoji. I believe that was heavy with the sarcasm.
Fireworks are kind of a lot annoying.
Yeah.
I've shot them off on the 4th of July, like the big fireworks. That's fun.
I'll be real. I like the I've always been kind of like that, where I like the ones that are like, you know, cool to look at. Like, I don't know, I never really got the idea of the loud ones, but there's some people that just dig that shit.
You're talking about the ones that shoot up and have the pretty colors in the sky.
Yeah.
The big fireworks, not the little bottle rockets and M80s.
Well, I'm more talking about like there's people that'll just set up like what's equivalent to TNT, because it's like it doesn't have any visual, it's just loud.
Yeah, those are
Like the homebrew ones.
Homebrew. That seems like a bad idea.
It
Sounds
seems
like a
like a
lost
bad
hand.
plan, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whenever I would go down to Austin, to an old family house, which I don't even think it's there anymore. I think it's been sold now, but they still let us gather there. Fucking funny. Um, uh, we have like this entryway, so this stone entryway, and that's where we would launch the fireworks from. And uh, we would buy the biggest, just this huge fireworks, so you could shoot the big crazy shit into the sky. And I never thought about it until like a couple of days ago. How dangerous this shit was. We weren't thinking about it. Uh, we had people that were 30 and 40 and 50 doing this too, and you were tying the little grenade things together to launch them all together, and you're sitting there watching them go off in the sky, and you don't want to. You want to get far enough away, and you're watching the ashes fall back down into your fucking eyes. Your eyes are burning while you're watching them go off, and oh, it was a grand old time. I wish I had brought goggles to watch this happen. It was like that every year. You're like, oh, look at that. Oh my god, my eyes are burning. What is all this ash from the
Sulfur.
fireworks falling down?
Nico says, I knew a guy who sold homebrew fireworks. He had 3 fingers and no eyebrows. Name was Lucky.
Lucky.
Wah, wah.
Decent joke.
I liked it.
Has anybody ever known anyone named Lucky that was actually kind of lucky?
No, it was always one of those ironic nicknames.
Yeah.
The only thing they were lucky about is they were lucky to be alive.
Guess that's the way to go at it.
I've seen that before. Usually they'll name baby Lucky after they survive some kind of awful birth. Not like they were born with a defect, but like some kind of, oh shit, that one barely made it. Like, all right, you did it. You're alive. Congratulations.
So, there was one guy that actually, from Japan, that actually lived through both nuclear bombs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a debate of like, is he lucky or really unlucky?
Well, he survived, I think, Hiroshima, and then he
Mhm.
went home to Nagasaki just in time
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
other one to drop.
He lived to be like 97 as well. So that guy was I would say he's pretty lucky. He didn't even, I think he did eventually die of like some kind of radiation shit, but it didn't really affect him in a big way until he would have died of old age anyway, so like the type of stuff that would have killed him at old age, it's like, cancer. It could have killed him anyway.
Oh, Red Feather says, I had a turtle for a while named Lucky. My grandpa shaved some of his shell off with the lawnmower. That poor turtle.
I wonder if he was okay.
Well, I mean, she said
One of those.
it was her pet turtle for a while. They named it Lucky after they found it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was after, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we named a kitten that lived Lucky. It wasn't so lucky in the end.
Oh.
But that is the not that unheard of at this household. Didn't have anything to do with the pool. Don't worry about it. Ain't never been a cat died in that pool. Cats are smart. At least as far as pool goes. They know to stay away from that. See, 10.5 miles away from that pool.
We're slowly
hate
getting the
water.
story, whether we want it or not. I'm gonna just rip that band-aid off too, or are we gonna just not?
Just saying. You seen a cat near water? They don't want no fucking water.
Well, Tonka's saying he had to leave. You guys keep going if you want. May do Twitch in like an hour or so.
So there's definitely like open doors to like talk about your cat Lucky if you want to, or unless that's your New Year's resolution to not talk about
Horrible
animals.
things that happen to the animals in your household.
To be fair, I don't remember anything else about it. I don't even remember what that cat looked like. That would have been like I was maybe 6. I don't remember the color of that cat. I don't remember what gender that cat was. I don't remember nothing about that cat. That was a long ass time.
You just knew it was really unlucky.
It was lucky to be born. Maybe it did live. Fuck, I don't even remember. I don't remember nothing about that cat. We might have given that cat away. Maybe it was lucky.
Moved into a nice home, no pools. Probably is a lucky cat.
Fucking dead now. That was a long time ago.
Well, yeah, everything, you know. But that's not unlucky. I mean, that's, all cats are going to do that at some point. All dogs.
Die?
Yeah, that's like, that's just life. I mean, I know Keemstar supposedly had like the oldest dog, or one of the top 10 oldest dogs in the world. Eventually passed
He
last year.
would. Why does he get to have the old dog?
I don't know. I thought it was endearing. Doesn't
That's
really have
bullshit.
like a ton of endearing qualities, but
That's not endearing of him. That's just nice that he has a good dog.
yeah.
He doesn't deserve a good dog. I'm glad that there is a good dog.
Just because a cat that's 15, they sometimes every once in a while just get up there. Usually live a pretty rough life at that point, but yeah, sometimes some of them are happy. I guess that's with people too, though. When they reach a certain age, it's like, well, they're still going, but
Yeah, I've had a lot of animals that live to be around 15, 16 years old. Some of them are fine. Some of them tend to get a little sick. But I'd say most of them are all right. Then they start getting the tumors. And you're like, ah, shit. This ain't good.
I never got into the triumph stories of animals that lived in Alex's house. Maybe that's a thing we should cover someday. They don't all drown, not all of them. Some of them make the ripe old ages.
Fair enough. Maeve, here is my opinion. No one deserves dogs. They are too pure for us. As the Tonka says, no matter the gender, all dogs are good boys. Senpai Wonder Emporium says, Alex knew that cat was easily expendable, and that's all we need to know.
I don't even remember what that cat looked like.
You already said that.
Yeah. I don't even remember if I had that cat anymore. Maybe I made that cat up.
Wow, just lying about even owning a cat. Okay. It's a
No,
new
I
year, new
had
you,
to.
I guess.
I had to have had that cat. I remember a cat named Lucky. Was it a dog? Oh, it had to have been a cat.
Mm,
I'm gonna call my sister about this. She'll know.
okay.
Oh, we're gonna get updates.
I mean, you can. Yeah.
You're gonna give her a call.
I'm starting to doubt the existence of that cat. Alright.
You're gonna give her a call, and it's just gonna be your. Hey, do you remember that animal we had, Lucky? And they're just gonna hang up the phone.
She's gonna be like, what animal?
Motherfucker.
She's just gonna hang up. Ah. Positive it was a cat named Lucky.
Right.
That'll
We named it
explain.
Lucky because it fucking lived.
I mean, that'll explain why, like, you don't remember what happened to it.
I don't remember it living later. That's for sure. I remember something happened to it. I just don't. I'm sure it was something awful. That is just what happened.
Well, shit happens. So does anyone have any plans going into the new year? Cliche question, I know.
I'm gonna try to clean out the garage so I can get the weights out.
Okay, that's a thing. Add that to your exercise regime.
Yeah,
Awesome.
because I have a weight bench, but it's covered in shit.
Well, I guess first step is to get that all cleaned off so you can actually use it.
Yeah.
Fowl?
I think most of mine are just a continuation of the ones from last year. I don't know, I might just try to be a little bit less, a little bit more critical of people.
No,
I think
be
that's
not
the
so
thing.
trusting.
Yeah.
You know what? That's kind of always a plan. Especially if you happen to have some kind of good nature about people. You kind of get fucked in the end. Just seems to be how it goes. Unfortunately.
What about you? What's the difference 2020 is going to make in your life?
My age.
She's gonna dye her hair blue.
No, not a chance. Yeah, I haven't actually put too much thought into it other than it's kind of similar to Fowl. Just not do the thing that keeps backfiring on me. Not be as nice to people. I don't know. Be less trusting.
I think some of them could have turned out better. Just circumstances didn't work out, but
I mean, what can you do other than, I'm gonna keep calling this the year of hindsight.
yeah, exactly. That's kind of fitting.
Yeah. That's just kind of one of the things I've regaled myself to.
£50, boys. I don't care if I lose more. £50 by the end of the year.
That's your goal?
Yeah.
What if you hit that?
I'll be happy. If I hit more, if I hit it, I'm just gonna go for more. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Motivating.
I've lost more than that. Past. I'm at a point where I can go for more. I can go for 50 or more. Yeah.
Mm. Right on. Red says maybe she'll show her ankles. Don't count on it.
That wasn't a no.
I'm saying don't count on it. It'd be more constructive to just hold your breath and wait.
I'm just living in fear because it's the new decade.
Oh.
New
But we're in
decades
20s
are.
all over again.
Yeah, I think that Jim had a stream. This is like the second coming of it, or second 20s boogaloo. There's been a lot of 20s though. Like, you
Yeah.
know, you
1820s, 1920s, 2020s.
yeah,
Quite a few of
couple.
those. Yeah.
What was bad about the 19th?
Nothing.
Bad.
That's not what we're saying,
Actually, the
Alex.
1920s was a good time until like the Depression hit,
Yeah. I mean that kind of sucked for people.
and that kind of made like the 30s bad.
Yeah. Yeah, there was the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl. And then we got that fucking book, East of Eden. A book can go fuck itself.
I
Let's
don't know,
see here.
cultures. Go ahead.
No, I'm just looking at the chat. It's all good.
I was gonna say cultures kind of like go in cycles, but I think it's usually more of an 80-year thing. But
Generally.
maybe
There's also like a 20-year cycle, especially when it comes to fashion stuff. Like,
I fear that. I really do. I
yeah,
remember the early millennium, and it was pretty miserable.
just expect to see Jean everything.
I don't mind the idea of like bigger jeans if that actually becomes a thing,
You
or
want
like
Jinkos back?
sure they were comfortable.
I'm just gonna keep dressing like I'm from the late '80s, brother.
I mean, I used to have like some shiny clothes too. It looked a little bit like Y2J back in the day.
Oh God!
Mm-hmm.
Please don't tell me you did the little ponytail thing on your head.
I did.
Oh my God! I hate
That's
you.
I think I probably
You're
still
the
have some
worst kind of
pictures of that.
person. I actually kind of hate you now. Oh my God.
At least you don't look like he does now and weigh 500 pounds. And
Have no neck.
I take it I wasn't the only one doing that. You've run across a couple.
Right.
I actually have never seen a person wear the tiny little ponytail on their head. Not a man, anyway.
I have.
Yeah, I don't think they can in Texas.
Yeah,
I
that's.
probably would have got shot.
I was gonna say, so you might get beat up for that here.
I try and beat you up and you just yell, break the walls down.
We would. We'd break those walls down. And their bones.
Oh. No man bun? No, we're not talking about a man bun.
It's like a little pigtail, like a girly little pigtail on top of her
It's a
head.
pigtail, but you wear it on top of your head, so it kind of splits up like a ponytail.
Yeah, like girls legitimately wear that hairstyle. Like it's like a little girl hairstyle, but a guy wears it. A grown man.
Well, I think that's part of the whole thing. It's just to be obnoxious, but
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, when
that
Jericho
was
did it, he did. I mean, he was
that,
doing
that
it
was
to
kind
be
of why I
obnoxious.
did it too, to be honest. But
Oh. I just can't believe you had the... So was that the beginning of your decade? Like, not... Like, from 20 years ago? Like, is that what you did? Had a little Jericho ponytail?
just try to annoy people. Yeah, I guess.
Everyone's
Oh.
calling it the ducktail now.
I have no choice. I have to grow my hair back out. Then
Aw.
it's gonna be my new thing.
You're just gonna have the little Jericho ponytail when people ask what the fuck's that? It's my ducktail.
Yeah, it's my gimmick now, I guess.
You know what? I guess it beats the fuck out of a rat tail. I hated
Those are
things.
disgusting.
I hated those things.
That's gross. That is a That's worse than a mullet. That is a mullet that's not even trying.
Rat tails and jinkos. Let's bring them back, says Charlie Dango. Can we? I'm okay with the jinkos. Not okay with the rat tails. That can be a hairstyle that stays in the past. And as as far as the environment's concerned, that hole in the ozone, I'm absolutely 100% convinced it was caused by the 80s.
Well, that's not very nice.
It's actually going away. I mean, that's one thing.
Well, I mean, women stopped using, like, can after can of Aquanet on their hair nightly.
Is that what caused that?
Yeah.
Aerosol cans and CO2.
There's a lot of things that people use that, eventually they realize they shouldn't. And that's, I think all we still have to keep doing is doing that, but nobody really wants to. Who wants to, like, just keep everything under the rug right now. But
The ozone got rickrolled.
yeah, we used to use DDT. We used to use, aerosol.
Well, we still use aerosols. The difference is the aerosols now don't have VOC in them. Oh god. Alright. Yeah, that's a thing. God damn. Yeah, no.
I'm just throwing it out there in case anybody doesn't know what it looks like.
Jesus.
I don't think any of those shirts can exist nowadays. They probably all lost all their glitter off of them by now.
I think that was just shiny fabric. To be shiny fabric, it was just there to be obnoxious.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, let me see here. Yeah, if anyone wanted to see the foul hair, I'm gonna do a thing. Yeah, tell me he wasn't just wrong.
That was the idea of it, though.
It's just wrong. On so many levels. And I'm judging you wholeheartedly for knowing you even had this hairstyle. Just beat the fuck out of your mic, fam.
It was a look. You have, like, your look. I don't, give you shit about it.
Yes, you do.
I do? Fair enough.
Yep, Spinal Tap saying judged. Charlie Dango saying, I used to wear my hair like that way back in the late 90s, back when I had a flowing mane of luxurious, curly brown hair. Oh, there you go.
Usually didn't let it go past my shoulders, and then, like, there was just that little bit of time where I'm like, yeah, I'll just do the Jericho thing.
You even called it the Jericho thing. Okay. So you had your shiny shirt, your little ponytail, and you loitered at the mall, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and did some backyard wrestling, and,
Oh god.
Did you?
This keeps getting better.
These are the things you do.
These are just the things you do when you idolize Chris Jericho.
Hey, I mean, there wasn't really much going on in the early millennium.
You're not wrong. I mean, there was the internet, but there just wasn't really much going on there. So, I can get it.
You didn't know where to look.
Red Feather wants to know if you were a skater.
Yeah, a little bit, but I sucked at it. So I quit. But
Suck
But
it.
I tried it. I could do like kick flips and shit like that, and
Can you imagine him rollerblading with that hair?
Yes.
I knew some people that like got really good at it, but
He just rollerblades up to you looking like that. Hello, ladies.
I can carry you like a baby.
I also
Ice cream style.
snowboarded. I hit a tree once.
Ow. You almost sunny bonoed?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, but I like slid into it, and the board took most of the impact, and I kind of sprung up though.
Oh, Jesus. God damn. All right.
The only time in my life I ever had to have crutches.
What, did you break something or did you sprain something?
It was just the muscle was just bruised, but it was
Mm.
just like really, yeah, I couldn't put any weight on it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Spinal says you're not meant to hit trees. I think he understood that.
Yeah, people die from that, so I didn't. So
People
I,
die from that.
I guess I'm lucky.
Full circle, we did it. You lucky duck.
Oh my god.
I was like limping down the hill, and my friends saw me there on the chair, and I was like, I can't move my leg, and they're like, I think I broke it. They were laughing at me because they're like, you're walking, you didn't break your leg, but I was just kind of hobbling. Eventually, I figured out I really was fucked up, and like sent like a sled to come get me.
Sled?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know, they have the like little like thing they
Alex, have you ever been skiing?
No.
If you call in an emergency, they send people out with a sled and they'll put you on it and cart you out of there because they don't want you to walk on it. They don't want you to ski on it or snowboard on it. They want to get you out of there with as minimal extra injuries as possible.
you kind of have to have a plan for that because I mean that's just you're doing something that could injure yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember I went down this one hill. Skiers weren't or snowboarders weren't supposed to go down hills with moguls, but I'm like, ah, fuck it, I'm gonna try it anyways. And I ended up accidentally like going up one and then coming back down on the other
Mm.
and rolling down the hill completely, tumbling down it.
Uh,
I was fine that time though, but
well, hey, you lived. What? Since kept it rolling for a little bit. I learned way too much about Fowl today. Happy New Year. I'm
yeah.
gonna mock you for that hairstyle for as long as I talk to you. Just so you know.
That's okay. Like I said, I'm growing it back out now. Like I was gonna cut my hair short again, but yeah, I
He
guess I
was
have to.
wearing the hottest style in all of Europe, dude.
Alright, if you say so. But anyway, Tonka said before he had to run out, he was gonna possibly play a game on Twitch later. There is actually a Twitter account now that likes to tweet out whenever he goes live somewhere. So I guess if you want to follow that one, it notifies everyone. Which, fucking cool of them. And I'm probably going to do something later. They're going to do Alex and Fowl things.
Yeah, somebody tweeted that out. Like I was complaining about that and
What?
shit talking on Twitter. I think that came up yesterday.
Oh, about that account that just tweets out when he goes live?
Yeah, somebody made the AIDS joke, and I was joking around because like
Oh, wow,
you know
that's distasteful. But,
I'm in Andy's Discord and he was talking and geeks like his avatar says he's literally internet AIDS and he was talking about he's sick. So I'm like, kind of ironic. And maybe he's the one with AIDS. We should do a benefit.
tongue in cheek. Oh, wow. That's. How sad is your New Year's that you have to bitch about some Twitter account that's just tweeting out when someone goes live.
I mean, he is one of the Bursky fans, you know.
That's still so sad.
They find something to be happy about. I don't know. Gotta pick your battles.
Right. But yeah, all the I don't really care who it's towards. That stuff seems extremely distasteful to me. Anyway, so he's gonna probably do a game thing later. I'm probably gonna do something later. Gonna get out of here for now. Maybe see you tomorrow. Everyone,
Yeah.
have a wonderful the rest of the first day of your year.